Marina, Marina, I really love you, and I'm really upset because she has taken my whole personality and executed each part. The music industry, I think those girls from Angelina Jolie, the Bear, and the Swift have basically stolen something that means something to me and John, creating me to be a whore when I was not a whore, and I'm having to die after John's been part of this diamond industry of these gangsters, and it's I don't know, it's a very, very, very big industry. And in this industry, they basically sell women off, and I don't know, so because I was pure, her and John made a massive organised crime and Reuben to make sure I wasn't holy, so that those two could be Jesus forever. When I turned up, they were doing Jesus Superstar. And at this stage, America needs to be accountable, because I'm not going to keep giving up everything for America and Venezuela, because I think John is Brazil. I can't do it because my life was about white light, and I was a very innocent person that was very serious about my job. And just because Kiki, those 5 girls from K-pop, are backed by Swift and Madonna and they want to end my life, I think it's very unfair, because I just did a vlog and they basically took it. I did it in Sweden because of them calling me a prostitute. So basically Russia, which a Hollywood producer type streets gang, went to basically illegally in a crime to all of my ex-partners and got them to tattoo me as a whore, as a prostitute, and as a slut, and it's very easy, and have made the real prostitutes, these Asians, into superstars. And I feel very degraded as a human being to make Kiki a star. I'm very upset about what she's done. I feel it's very lawless, the way, and ruthless what their family's done to me to make her an established person. And I feel very, very angry that John and Lauren and Reuben and Alfred and Graham, is this England? Because this is a group of people that were like screwing me over in Australia, and I'm an innocent girl. So as much as they've got popularity, do you think it's ethical for a woman that's been persecuted, and I've got like a background of other people saying I was persecuted, to have to go be humiliated in front of all these people to my family and friends, plus he's got all these friends framing me as the bad guy and binding me and stretching my vagina. Now, putting me as the last woman, the last holy one, to be the most easiest one is unforgivable. To make her holy, it's unforgivable. To be a supernova superstar, I'm calling out America, because this is my treasure. It is not for Sam Crow's club, which is Terry and these American bikers club of Alfred. This is my treasure. I am the original person that gave up a lot and sacrificed a lot to be a woman of chastity. Why should these motorcycle gangs take away something that means something to me? And it's happened in Auckland. Well, I just got executed on this boat all over the world to drown me, to make Kiki the star, and she's got a motorcycle gang behind her and all the music industry, and it's not fair, because I've never had. This is what it's like. You give up everything. You're giving up your family, your home, your friends, your money, and you'll be alone, and they just take and take and take off you. And even if you're lucky to be alive, it's not even like being alive, because they've gutted out what means the world to you. They're trying to erase my heritage, but I've got a vlog about my love. So they've got James erasing me, they've got Reuben erasing me, and they've got John's on this massive thing, but it's a lot of money behind his motorcycle gangs, and it's not fair because this is a crime. I didn't. It is a crime if you're kidnapped from your family, and then Hollywood is giving you a funeral in all the communities. And Japan, who isn't even on my side, said when I arrived in Christchurch, what they're doing to the community is wrong. You should have the right to a community. And that's true. My life history, I'll tell you who I am. Let me introduce you. These men calling me out, 21 men silencing me. Where's the democracy? Why am I not part of this situation so I get a say about what they're saying about me? It's tyranny. They're just on a mission. France got all these guys really hot, and France has been taking off me for years. France has gone to Australia, segregated me from the world in a racist segregation. So they made a massive segregation of water, and I'm telling you, it's racism, especially the music industry, to just take me and to keep giving Kiki the beauty of things that I've done in my life, and to keep me in that gang, to keep me as somebody that I'm not. I want lots of, can you fundraise for me for lie detectors against this gang, calling me a bug or bugging everything that I do. I don't get any privacy from these gangs. They're saying that it's all done, it's all dusted, but it's not. It's not over till the fat lady sings. What you've done to me is gotten away with poisoning me in Australia, and then they blamed me to everybody. Kylie got to blame me. This is what Amanda's group keeps doing. They're blaming me, yet they're using my customs of my animal totems of the ladybird. There's a ladybird in my room, which means I'm being filmed 24/7, and it's my customs. What they're doing to me, they've humiliated and traumatized me because they were taking photos of me, and all these photos, I've got this camera here, and it's actually taken photos in that last house I was at Charlotte's house, and it's got all these lights in the mirror which shows I'm being human trafficked. Because I got warned, don't look in the mirror, you're being human trafficked. And the gang's telling everybody that you're no one by taking photos of you of having a haggard face. Now I'm saying, why should I not get support during a time that the gang is exploiting and violently attacking my photos of my face? I'm saying my self-worth before this was to be a woman of chastity, and for him to say that he's got billionaires of backing him, that I'm a prostitute, and he's taken away my zen. This is something I've done my whole life. I want my family to back me up, because at my mum's house I was always in a house full of Buddhas. You know, she's been stealing parts of my personality for years to do a lot. To just, these people are using me as a muse, and I'm not happy. Like, this Swift has been calling me a black dog, and so has this Kiki for years, and there's a Jack as well. And they've been spraying all over Melbourne that I'm a dog, that I'm a black dog, and this is Jack's face. But there's letters here that I'm a really good character. So I'm asking, why should I have to suffer for the illegal kidnapping and poaching of me that happened in Australia and brought me back here, as when the motorcycle gang killed me as cheap quality and also destroyed me instead of punching me and destroying my family, and got people spitting on me like I'm a Jew it's totally illegal. These handsome young men I want to protest about, because they are doing all of this to have power over me. Then anything that I am really doing anything good to have my own legacy, they make sure that person's better. So I was doing cooking, so they make them Michelin stars every breakfast morning. They won't let me have anything that I've ever worked for. Then they put me in a pool, drowning me, making me this big fat pig. Then they made me a joke all online. They drowned me all over the world that I'm a weirdo next to her. And in that time, so the royals just blacklisted and killed me out of anything humanitarian, basically stole me being holy and ruined that for me from Israel, like doing real acts of genocide and war, because my life in Australia was doing mercy ships and charity work. I may not be a great Christian, but I was a very good person. Well, I was a very good person. I've just done endless service, and I've had chastity. So why should Reuben and John and Kiki take that off me? And she's taken everything about my life and put herself into a full character dress of what I've worked for in my life. In this time, James Stevens and Kiki have all my family and friends. They have my business, do they? And every part of my heart. Now, I want some help because it's crime. There's no way I have done a past at the Pasha Centre and at Wellness Park up here, and also all this holistic healers up in Auckland, and in Australia I went to holistic healers. If I don't have a consciousness of my heart, if I'm not about the light, and if I'm not a woman of spiritual light, and they are holding me hostage as a weirdo, as in a nutcase from India tattooing me, and I want proof about it, because India's got this tattoo all over my life, and it's illegal. I've had deprivation of my rights, and nobody will help me because they've got me bullied online from all these issues. And I just said, are you a refugee from people around the world discriminating me, oppressed, crushed, to treat someone unfairly and cruelly over a long period of time because of their race, religion, or political beliefs, or to annoy somebody by refusing them to leave them alone? I don't like it that these women in the industry have actually just gone to all of my ex-partners and made them into hot guys to deny me the right to have a say. It's humiliation. She's wrapping me up as my ex, and this is massive gangs working for that industry, creating a blood diamond to make her a superstar. But I don't like it because my attitude was about positivity, and I've got a diary last year. It was all about positivity. But you have manipulated the public that I've got this down attitude. No, I don't. I went into trauma when they poached me off my family and basically stole a business that I was working on and left me drowning in this water all over the world, and now they're taking away my rights to be independent. I don't like the crime of what John did to me. He's made a whole massive church against me in a church, this massive mongrel mob, and I want my rights back. Why should I pay for them? I'm an innocent girl, and in this case, they've all ganged up on me and made her holy and made a nation of holy people and destroyed my humanity and my soft, caring heart that I worked for. It's, just inking me like I'm a very hard person. Since when? You guys are in a massive comedy, but you don't see the problems that happened to me after I got out of Australia. I got back here. I got kept in homelessness. I was abused and raped and silenced with no help, which means America is doing all this abuse. I want proof of the comedy. I want proof that I'm ugly, because I want proof of my work, because I believe India has stolen something that I've worked on, my business, and is keeping me for 20 years locked up of this ray of light. All of my work in Australia was about sunshine and happiness, and I was a happy person. That's the thing. All of my life was happy, and yet I'm tattooed as a miserable, cold-hearted, negative energy, toxic, very cold-hearted. That's not who I am. Petty, very vindictive, but the whole time I've been alone in my room and emailing people, it's not fair what they're doing, and they're all standing up to backlash me online for Kiki and Poppy. But why can't I have anything to say to anybody? How come everything I say becomes public? And I don't want to be behind a glass wall. I don't want apartheid. It's serious to not let me be. Apartheid is where one person gets freedom and the other person gets confined. Why should I be in jail for the rest of my life? I want proof. Because every night you're making me a sexual being. Every night I want proof. You're all denial. All of you, the whole world of you is in denial and in arms against me and saying my mental health. You have laundered millions and millions of dollars out of a character that I spent years and years building, and I believe Russia took hold of me years ago, and I want something back from Russia, and that is my divine love. This is data that's been stolen. It's in this phone. It's also in this phone, all of my goddess art. It's also in my phone, my daily habits, which is it's in my diary. But I did it in 2022, and I've also been denied any investigation to my identity theft. So why I want my work identity back? Because you have denied me any rights. The streets kidnapped me and made me bob like with a penis all over the world and keep saying I'm Down syndrome and taking these photos of me being fat. And I had other people that saw this and said it's not right. They're going around saying that you're untrustworthy, don't trust you, you're very negative influence, you're very, very bad energy, and this is a false reality. Then they had online that I was a snake, that I'm vindictive, that I'm petty, that basically I can't keep a man. This is a very honourable man, and I was a side chick, and it was all lies. I've never been Ruben's side chick, and I've never been James's side chick. It's total load of shit. If it's a real life situation, why can't I listen to what these men are saying to me? And why can't it be taken into account? I've been disfigured twice with all these chemicals. It's hard for me because they're just basically stealing off me anyway. And basically the police, they silenced me years ago when I was suffering and vulnerable. They silenced me in a massive movement, Me Too, and made me ridiculed all over the country. So America came to take my innocence. And I'm left drowned in a nation of people just saying I'm nobody, and you're all guilty about films about me saying I'm addicted and I'm having, I've got an injury. And I'm left with no help. Stop turning the mirror on me. While I was in my house at Charlotte's, they don't care. They just built a massive wall. I was dirty all over again, and these men came in and stole all of my jewels, like sexually assaulted my ass, all sorts of stuff. There's a ruler somewhere here. She's got the black air, completely holding my consciousness, was stretching my vagina and outcasting me as society. It's not fair. Like, this is really abusive. I've never been a whore. It's really disturbing that they're using me to pay billions of dollars. This company keeps using me for me to be somebody of chastity all of my life and to keep going on, and my past was different. But the whole time, that massive company was abusing me and humiliating me, that I'm fucking really ugly, for about 4 years, and that I was lazy. But all that time they are confiscating the harvest of anything I've created with my artwork, with my cooking, with my fundraising, with my humanitarian. I was doing humanitarian rights, and Angelina and Kiki and those 5 girls drowned me in a massive cruise ship. I need proof about that ship, please.